Hello, hello, hello. How are you this week? I hope you are well. I hope you had a very good week. Yeah. Well, the weather was terrible this week. Lots of cold rain. It was not very good. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't get a sunburn this week. No, no, no. Yeah. How do you say? Do you remember the vocabulary from last time? How do you say je suis sur le point de faire quelque chose? Hmm? Do you remember? Say I am about to do something. Absolutely. So we are about to look at the vocabulary from last week. Yes, very good. So, how do you say malheureux, malchanceux? Remember, we talked about Mr. Dickens, Charles Dickens. So, malheureux, malchanceux? Yeah, it was unfortunate. Unfortunate. Good. Now, how do you say lamentable, triste, pitoyable? What is the adjective for this? Yeah. It was miserable. But remember, miserable is not necessarily poor in English. In French, c'est plutôt pauvre, but in English it's not. C'est plutôt lamentable, triste, pitoyable. Okay, good. It's not really for money. Good. How do you say méchant or le mal? What is the word? Yeah.
Evil.
Evil. We have good and evil. Yes. Okay. Good. How do you say? Remember, Mr. Hyde. How do you say une double personnalité? Une double personnalité. Yeah. It's a split personality. Split. Well, partager, diviser. It's a fantastic verb. Split, split, split. It's irregular. No problem. Like cut, cut, cut. Put, put, put. It's a good verb. Okay, what about, how to say lancer un coup de pied? Frapper quelqu'un avec un coup de pied. Yeah, the verb is to kick someone. Good. Or what about frapper ou taper sur quelqu'un? Yeah, it's to hit someone. And do you remember, what about le témoin? What is the word for un témoin? Yeah, it's a witness. A witness. What about la puissance, la force? What is the noun for this? The adjective is strong, and the noun is strength. Strength. Very good. How do you say se débarrasser de quelque chose? Yeah, is to get rid of something or to get rid of somebody. Yes, good. So maybe, Marlon Brando, the Godfather, says, get rid of this man for me. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, very good. Well, how do you feel this week? Yeah, because I feel a little worried this week because I have a test. I have an exam. Yes, I am taking an exam this week. Yes, in French. Oh, it's a difficult language. There is a spoken part, a reading part, a writing part, a listening part. Oof, it's very stressful. So I'm very sorry, but this week it is a light week. It is nearly the end of the year. So I wanted some light work for this week. It's just at the end. It's not too serious. There's no grammar at all today. So, fantastic, done. Now, something delicious. So, look at this. What is this word? Ready? You like my magic? What is this word? Yeah, there are two pronunciations, scones for some people, or scones for other people. Now, this is a serious subject. So, it is a light lesson today. I wanted to talk about some cooking. Yes, cooking vocabulary. In particular, the way to cook scones. Yes, yes, yes. Now, what do you need to cook? What do you need? Yeah, you need a recipe. It's a strange pronunciation. Recipe, ingredients, of course, and equipment for cooking. For example, you need dishes. You need maybe an oven, and you need a hob to cook. Maybe you need a pan, casserole, poêle, a pan, a frying pan, a saucepan. Okay, good. And the oven. Now, so scones. Now, this is traditional little British cake for tea, for a cream tea. Now, sometimes in the afternoon you can have a cream tea. It's very, very, very nice, a cream tea. A cream tea is a cup of tea, normally with a scone, which is a little cake. A little cake which you eat with some strawberry jam. And very important, you also have clotted cream. Clotted cream. Now, clotted cream, you cannot buy clotted cream in the supermarket, I think, in France. So in France, you must make some clotted cream. It's a very nice dish. So cream tea, scones with strawberry jam and clotted cream. Now, I have found a recipe from a little cafe that makes award-winning scones. Yes. Now, the best scones, it's well known, the best scones come from Devon and Cornwall. So in the west of England, the West Country, Devon and Cornwall. If you don't know Devon and Cornwall, I really recommend this part of the country. It is a beautiful part of the country, and they have lots of cream products in this part of the country. Now, scones in Devon and Cornwall are not a joke. This is a serious business. It's like a war between the people in Devon and the people in Cornwall, because in Devon, people have the scone, and first they put the cream, and then they put the strawberry jam. But in Cornwall, people put the jam on the bottom and then the cream on top of the jam. It's terrible. It's like a war. But all scones are good scones. Now, soon it is National Cream Tea Day. Ah, yes, on June the 26th. Absolutely. Now, look at the video. Now, I have a recipe for perfect scones for you with lots of cooking vocabulary. Now, I put subtitles on the video to help you, and you have the recipe and the vocabulary on the vocabulary sheet. So click on the link and you have the recipe and the vocabulary for the scones. So look at this.
This is what we're going to make, and let's go and make them. First of all, what we need is 1,000 grams or a kilo of self-raising flour into one bowl. Next we need 250 grams of local butter, salted or unsalted, depends on how you feel. And then what we're going to do is add half a teaspoon of salt and 15 grams of baking powder. And just work the flour and butter together. And this will probably take about 5-10 minutes, so it becomes fine breadcrumbs. And the next step is to we're going to add 175 grams of sultanas. Just mix them all in together like that. And the next step is we want to have some milk. So we pour 375 ml of full fat milk. ,175 grams of caster sugar, one egg. We'll mix that all together. And our secret ingredient is a capful of vanilla extract. Like that. Mix that all together and then pour into the mixture. But beware not to add all of the mixture, just leave some in the bowl because we need it at the end. In we go. Thing is with scones, not to overwork them or to get them too wet, so it's sticky but not sticking to your hands. And finish it off with our fingers, hands. I was saying before not to work it too much. Rolling pin, and just roll it out to about an inch thick. And take a 2.5 inch cutter or 70mm and just cut them out. And place them on a tray. So what we're going to do now is egg wash. And they're going to go into a pre-warmed oven, 180 degrees, for 8.5 minutes. For 8.5 minutes. I'm just going to turn them round for another 8.5 minutes or so. But now they've had their 17 minutes, so we're just going to put them on a cooling rack just to cool down.
Okay. Maybe you are hungry now. You are thinking, I will make some beautiful scones. But there is a problem. You have the scones. You have the strawberry jam. But you must have some clotted cream. Now, in Robert and Collins, clotted cream, the translation for clotted cream is une sorte de crème fraîche épaisse. Now, this is not true. It is not at all thick crème fraîche. No. Clotted cream is cooked cream. In fact, you must cook the cream in the oven for a very, very long time, but it's just a little heat. It's very light cooking, but a very long cooking. So it's very easy, but it's long in the oven. So look at this recipe. It's very short. This is how you make the clotted cream to go on the scone. Okay?
How to make clotted cream. One. Take a large oven dish. You want a large surface. Pour in 1 litre of 35% cream. Bake at 80 degrees Celsius for 12 hours in a preheated oven, overnight. Be careful the oven doesn't turn off automatically. Let it cool down, then cover in cling film and put it in the fridge. After several hours, it should be semi-solid and thick. Put it in a jar. Keep it for 5 days in the fridge. The liquid part can be kept for other dishes. Eat it copiously on scones with strawberry jam. Mmm.
Okay, well, I hope you are inspired to make some scones and to make some clotted cream, which is good. Is clotted cream very bad for your heart, but very good for your tongue? Okay. Now, did you see some of the verbs? So, what is the verb to add in the recipe? To add? It's ajouter, good. What about to pour? Yeah, it's verser, you pour, good. What was sticky? Yeah, collant, gluant, this is sticky, good, to stick, coller. Yeah. Do you remember, good for burglars, what is un rouleau à pâtisserie? Yeah, it's a rolling pin, Good. What is a baking tray? Baking tray? Une plaque de cuisson, a baking tray. And to bake, c'est faire cuire au four. Yeah. So remember, you bake bread. La boulangerie, this is the bakery. La boulangère, the baker, and you bake in the oven. Very good. How do you say un four? Yeah, it's an oven. Un four préchauffé? Preheated. Yeah, to chauffer is to heat, so a preheated oven. Very good. What about what is to cool down? Yeah, c'est refroidir. Yeah, good. Okay, and one more. How do you say épais or épaisse? Yeah, it was thick. Okay, good. Well, I hope you liked the cooking lesson today, this week. Very light lesson. I hope you are inspired to make some scones. Yeah, and the recipe is on the vocabulary sheet, okay, with the ingredients list for you. Okay, so the homework. What is the homework for this week? Well, can you take the workbook and turn to page 66 in the workbook? Again, it's not difficult. You have a little exercise on the pronunciation. You have some ways to pronounce the letters EA. So different ways. So we have sometimes EA is pronounced E, like meat. Sometimes ear, like in deer and sœur. Sometimes it is an A, like in break, A. Sometimes it is an E, like dead. Sometimes it is an air, like where. Or sometimes it is like learn. Okay? So listen to the audio and you must identify the sound with the same letters. The sound is different, okay? And here, number 2, is it the same sound, the same pronunciation, or is it a different pronunciation? And then just for fun, part 11 and 12, you have a little problem. People arrive at the party, and using the times, you must write the order of the people arriving at the party. Okay, and then finally, a little crossword. So what are the opposites? L'inverse, le contraire. So open, close, etc. Okay, and the cooking vocabulary. So get cooking, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.